Hello everyone, SuperMarioPoke here, and today I have two matches for you while my DS is still in Japan. The first one will be against Katori from the United States, and the second one will be against someone from Japan using a pretty cool team I wanted to show you. So these are off the battle spot ladder. Right now my ladder rank has been steadily dropping as I haven't logged onto the ladder in a while. Due to my DS being in Japan, and the battle spot stuff is region or DS locked, so if I'm not using the same DS then my ranking will reset. So this is against Katori, who's on the top of the ladder right now, running Talonflame, Tapu Koko, Primarina, and Xurkitree, and I brought my Tapu Lele, Garchomp, Marowak, and Celesteela. Celesteela turns out to be like an incredibly busted Pokemon. At a Premier Challenge I went to, about half the people there were using it, and about half the people, whenever they played against each other, their matches always went to time because Celesteela versus Celesteela is a PP war with the Subseed set, unless they cut out Substitute or Protect for Flamethrower, because Heavy Slam does absolutely nothing against an opponent's Celesteela. So I'm going to go ahead and start the match. My opponent Katori goes ahead and leads with the Tapu Koko and the Talonflame. So Talonflame, seeing that in the preview, I figured to bring my Tapu Lele, and then I just led with the good old Scarfed Garchomp. So Electric Terrain activates first. Their Tapu Koko's faster, but my Garchomp doesn't really care about that. And Psychic Terrain will allow me to basically mean that since that Talonflame is at full life right now, its ability makes all of its flying type moves priority. I will not be able to be damaged by any of those moves because of the Psychic Terrain. Now he gets up the Tailwind. I go for the Rock Slide, and Talonflame just dies straight up, is gone. It's not sashed, and I get hit with the Farium Z move, which is pretty interesting. It's going to do Twinkle Tackle. It's going to destroy my Garchomp. I assume that's what slot is targeting. Twinkle Tackle looks pretty cool, and yeah, Garchomp is just going to get absolutely destroyed. Just completely destroyed. Luckily, my Tapu Lele, this one is a Life Orb Tapu Lele, and Stab Psychic Terrain with a Life Orb is 100% knockout on Tapu Koko. Take the Life Orb recoil, and Katori sends out Xurkitree. So, and then the Primarina. So I'm ahead 3-2 right now, feeling pretty good since Katori at the time and still is the #1 ranked player in the US and I think the world actually. I'm going to go ahead and protect the Marowak, and I'm going to try to target down this Primarina, I believe. I'm not worried about the Xurkitree because I have Marowak, so it's stuck using Dazzling Gleam, which does a good amount due to its special attack stat, but Tapu Lele's having none of that. Tapu Lele's special defense is insane. I actually just take out the Xurkitree, I just want that threat gone. Even though I have Lightning Rod on the field right now, it's going to obviously die sometime soon because the Primarina could target down the Marowak, but Katori is going to go ahead and try to take out the Tapu Lele. Misses the knockout, and I'm going to get off a Psychic. That does so much damage. I'm going to die from the Life Orb damage, and then finish up the kill with Marowak after the Citrus Berry. I believe Marowak knocks this out. It might be next turn. Shadow Bone should be doing enough damage. It's not max attack, but it is adamant. And yeah, it will take it out. There is some other investments in the Marowak besides max health, max attack. So that finishes up the battle with Katori. Good game. And here I have another battle. This one against someone from Japan who is running a very interesting team as I move my DS to line it up with the camera. I promise soon I will have the capture card come back in, hopefully next week. It's in Japan right now getting worked on. I could also do some stuff on Showdown. and I could also, oh, I did not line that up very well. But I could also just do some like set videos. So I'm gonna go ahead and send out Porygon and Weavile. Sorry about the camera angle here, but I'm against an Eevee. And this was, I believe, my first battle seeing this Eevee. I go for Fake Out on the Smeargle, because I don't really want to deal with, and this is with the Porygon Z team, I don't want to deal with Spore. I just want to go ahead and do my Z move and get the conversion off, which will let me convert my type to whatever the top move is and give myself +1s across the board. It fails because I am going to stay a normal type, but I still get the boost. Now, he gets a speed boost, and here, now I'm pretty sure the Smeargle will the Smeargle is actually going to use a priority move, but would outspeed and be able to Spore Porygon Z, except its accuracy did go down, so maybe it misses. But the Tri-Attack is just going to go ahead and take out the Porygon Z from the Follow Me. And Icicle Crash will miss the Eevee, and here we see the Z move come out. And Eevee surrounds itself with a Z power, and this Z move looks awesome. Like, this is one of the coolest Z moves. Extreme Evoboost. If you thought that last VGC season that the Geomancy was pretty good, this is a +2 across the entire board. You don't need Power Herb, you need the Z move. And Eevee is going to get power from all the other evolutions. It's the Evoboost. Eevee's now +2 stats. Every single stat except for like accuracy and evasion. And now only Eevee can get this and use this attack. So we'll see what my opponent does to take advantage of these boosts. Eevee does learn Baton Pass, and he gets off she gets off the Intimidate from Arcanine. Arcanine is so good right now. I love Arcanine. He's one of my favorite Pokemon to use. And he's going to Baton Pass to Tapu Lele. And here I'm thinking, okay, this just got serious, because this is my first time seeing the Eevee. I was just like, okay, I can just take this Eevee out. It's +2s, but it's still an Eevee, but now it's a Tapu Lele. Tri-Attack does do a good job of dealing some damage, but it's a +1 Tri-Attack. It's Stab, Adaptability, and the Tapu Lele has a Citrus Berry. Like, all that work I just did, I mean, it's still reasonably chunked. But now I can hit with the Snarl. And the Snarl means that now I'm back to just +0 special attack and -1 on the Weavile, but that's not relevant. I'm actually going to switch out and go into Parasect because I need to protect my Porygon Z. It's one of the only things that's going to be able to like deal damage to my opponent. And look at that damage. Oh, you can't see the Porygon Z's health because I screwed up the camera. Here I go for the Shadow Ball, and I actually get the special defense drop, which was what I was hoping for. Because now I can take it out with a Tri-Attack. But the damage was ridiculous. Here I go for Wide Guard. I'm just hoping that my opponent doesn't think about Wide Guard and doesn't single target my Porygon Z, which is what happens. I'm able to get off the Tri-Attack. Wide Guard protects me, and with the minus defense drop, or special defense drop, it is enough to take it out. So that is awesome. And now I don't have to worry about it. And it turns out that, like, what is it called? That's the end of the match. But they also, a lot of times they'll run Metagross and use Psych Up to copy the stat boosts, which is insane. And I actually have one more match for you guys. I want to get ahead and put this on the thing. I have a couple more battles that I recorded before I sent my DS in. So I just want to try to get through some of those. And this one should be a lot better. It's against Shibari VGC. Let's get right into it. This one, I positioned the camera much better. Sorry about the one in the middle, but at least we're ending out with a much better camera angle. So, oh, and let me know how the I just got a new mic, so let me know how the sound is of the voiceover recording. I'm curious to know how it sounds. So, Formosa is, in case you don't know, it's kind of like Deoxys. Very minimal defenses, but maximum offenses. He actually retreats or switches out into the Gyarados. That makes me think it's Sash because he doesn't want to take the fake out damage to break the Sash. I go ahead and fake out. I fake out into the Gyarados slot. Unfortunately, that means that my team is going to take an Earthquake from the Garchomp, which is unfortunate. It's not Scarfed. I'm thinking maybe it's Focus Sash. And I go for the Z move here. Go ahead and set up. I'm not going to be able to get too much work done with the Z move, as I'm already almost dead. So fail the Z conversion. Tri attack is going to be doing so much damage, but I actually protect here, as I'm okay if my opponent gets off a Dragon Dance. Oh, and I'm sorry, the Garchomp is Scarfed. I think what happened there was I was hoping it wasn't Scarfed, and I went for the Icicle Crash onto the Garchomp, and because I fake outed last turn, I in my head I was thinking I was faster, so it wasn't Scarfed, and the same thing happened with recording, but it is a Scarfed Garchomp, and that is very concerning. So he actually withdraws the Garchomp and goes into Circuitry with the threat of Wide Guard being locked into Earthquake. And I do go for the Wide Guard here, and I target down the Gyarados, I believe. Since I know that the Garchomp can only Earthquake, I'm just gonna go for the Gyarados. I'm faster, and I take it out in one shot. He's not running any bulk on that thing. And here comes the Focus Sash. I believe it's a Sash Formosa. I only think so because he switched out right at the beginning. But I actually go for the Rage Powder here. Circuitry protects, which is awesome. Discharge could have been annoying if you went for it. But I go for the Tri Attack, bring it all the way down, and it turns out it was not Sashed. So now I'm thinking like, I'm feeling really good. But I have to decide whether my opponent is going to Earthquake or is going to do a single target move. I go ahead and protect to scout out what he's doing. And he goes for Dragon Claw onto the Porygon. And then there's a discharge from the Circuitry, and that's going to go ahead and hit the Parasect. So at least my Sash, Parasect is sashed, and I get the full Paralysis. But luckily, I do get the Spore off, and I'm going to put the Garchomp to sleep, so I can target down the Circuitry now. These are the only two Pokemon he has left. I go ahead and Wide Guard because I saw Discharge its last turn. Garchomp stays asleep, first turn of guaranteed sleep, and I go for the Tri Attack. And I still target down the Garchomp. Reason being is that I'm worried about I'm worried about Garchomp waking up soon and dealing a lot of damage to the team. Here I go for the Rage Powder, and I forget who I target actually. I could be targeting the Circuitry down, I would hope, but I might just finish off the Garchomp. Yeah, I finish off the Garchomp. Because Garchomp's locked into the Dragon Claw, you could argue to target down the Circuitry and just Rage Power until Garchomp wakes up. And here I survive, which is awesome. And it's just, 1 versus 3 and my opponent surrenders. So, good game. I should have another set of battles up for you on Friday. Either that or maybe some sets and doing some stuff on Showdown. So until then, I hope you guys have a great week. I'm excited starting up. Gonna have some. I'm so excited for the capture card, and then I'm gonna stream. I'm so excited to stream, and I can't wait to start doing that. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.